Hey guys, it's Swarky. Back again with another video, coming to you with another episode of the Bad to Glad series. Happy to be here, episode 2, rocking it out. To be honest, this past couple of days that I've been spending gearing has actually been pretty fruitful. There's finally been some progress made, and it's a billion times less aggravating to actually kill people. As you can see from the footage that you're seeing right now, I am having way easier of a time committing to fights and battlegrounds. I don't have to be as concerned with getting one shot, which is wonderful. I've also been able to participate in some world PvP, which I think has just been absolutely phenomenal, just for my well-being in general. I swear, man, gearing at the end of this particular expansion. Well, okay, so there's one thing that's been weighing on my mind incredibly. This expansion, right? Its gear progression sucks. I don't know how. I played the beginning of BFA and quit until the second patch, and then came back, or not the second patch, but the second raid, came back, did Heroic as Shara, and from there, I just fell out of love with the game. I just feel like BFA just was not it, Chief. BFA was probably one of the hardest expansions to get through, I think, that I've ever played. Legion was much easier, but BFA, man, I'm so glad that it is ending. I've been doing a lot of research on Shadowlands, man, and let me tell you something. I cannot wait for the release of this expansion. Shadowlands, I think, is going to be like the apex. It's going to be the epitome of all things good in WoW. They've finally listened to the community, and from what I'm reading, they're bringing a lot of features back that they had gotten rid of many times over again. But anyway, so continuing on, this entire time that I've been spending gearing has been, for lack of a better word, or for lack of a better phrase, a borderline for nothing. The main reason is because, realistically, am I going to hit Gladiator in this expansion? No, because it's going to take me a few months to actually get the gear, and we're like 3/4 of the way through this season. So am I getting Gladiator this season? Absolutely not. Am I getting Gladiator next season? Absolutely not. But you know what? That's what this channel's about. This channel is entirely about the progression from being an complete and utter bad to actually finally getting somewhere in PvP. And to be honest, the main reason why I want to do it is to prove to myself that I can. So it hasn't really been very long, and I don't have a lot of expectations for it, but like, for example, one of the main things that I want to get a hold of when the next expansion drops, first season I want to get at least 16 to 1800 rated. After that, we'll see, depending on what happens. I've done Arena before. My highest rating, I think, ever was a 1900 rating in Cataclysm. I played a Warrior, and I believe I played Warrior. I think I played Rogue Warrior. Rogue Warrior, Holy Paladin. And we almost got 2K with Rogue Warrior, Holy Paladin, and it was amazing. But ever since then, I've just been a PvP or PvE pleb. Aside from that, I do have a couple of tips for you guys. For any of you new players coming back, I can easily tell you this is probably not the best time in an expansion to come back. But it does have its ups and downs. But really fast, what you're about to see on the screen, something that I've been doing in my free time, and I felt really, really bad for the guy. But I've been really, really messing with the Alliance because I don't have any other options. I don't have any gear. But this chap ended up being my main target for approximately a half an hour. Literally, all I did the entire time was sap him when he just rewatching it now is making me giggle. But all I did was sap him and CC him anytime he tried to move. However, I did learn a lesson, and that lesson is very simple. Don't do this kind of stuff for way too long because you will aggravate somebody. It doesn't matter if you're hanging out in an area where the NPCs will come to life and murder you, because I frustrated the ever-living hell out of that monk. And he wasn't having it. So he knocked me out of stealth. You'll see it here in a minute. And he just destroys me. So anyway, back on track. This has been a very eye-opening experience for me so far. You know, I'm only a week in. I just got to 120. I'm at about a 425 item level, I believe. Been doing pretty good. I've been ganking some people out in the world just to push my limits and see what my character is capable of. I lose a lot. I lose a heck of a lot because obviously everybody's been playing longer and has way more gear than I do. And it honestly has just been, it's been a rough time. And I'm starting to think that coming back at the end of an expansion is never the best idea, considering that, you know, everybody else already has the best stuff. I'm not going to be able to contend unless I really, really push for things. Like I have, my legendary cloak is like level 4. I did so funny thing about rogues that I've noticed is they are incapable of doing the Visions of N'Zoth, even the first part of the Visions of N'Zoth, until around item level 420. And I know that's pretty funny, but until about item level 420, and then they can actually manage to kill Thrall on their own without any assistance. And because of that, because I was unable to do that for a while, I wasted a lot of Coalesce Visions. And I wasted a lot of time that I could have been spent grinding out battlegrounds or what have you. But either way, the gear grind has just been an absolute pain because you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place because nobody wants to take a under-geared rogue, right, into Mythic Plus. So I have trouble getting into just 0s and +2s. Why? I don't know. Maybe because people just want to blow through them. But all I know is that I've been having a very difficult time outside of LFR and anything that you can queue for to get gear. But I've been pushing through and I've been making some progress. And I've also been improving my skills all the while because this is all part of my plan. You know, the primary aspects of the plan are get the gear, get the skill, get the glad. And this is going to be a very long and very tedious journey, but I think it's something worthwhile because this is something that I've always wanted, it's something that I've always wanted to achieve, and then I can help other people achieve once I get there. You know, sometimes we have to prove to ourselves that we can do something, and that's kind of what I'm doing this for. Like, I know the abilities there. I know the skills there. It just needs to be honed. I just need to do it and put the time in, put the effort in. You know, a lot of the stuff that other people won't do. On top of that, I want to catalog it all here on YouTube so that you guys can see that the evolution from being bad to glad is a very, 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 very possible thing. Despite all this happening, and despite all the gearing being a pain in the neck, I'm having more fun with the game than I've ever had in my entire life, partially because I'm actually taking PvP, lowering my expectation of what PvP should be, and just progressing on my own, and it feels really good to... Dude, when you own another player in, like, open world combat, not that you're seeing this right now, this Shadow Priest made an absolute fool of me more than 3 times. I think I only posted 2. I may have posted 3. But he just... Dude, he dumpstered me. Which brings me to my question for you guys. What is your least favorite class to play against? Because, to be honest, all the casters... And I'll never understand this. Like, it makes no sense. They all wear dresses, and they all have shields. And they are literally... They seem like the most invincible classes in the game, and it's so frustrating. Like, priests, mages, boomkins, any kind of caster, warlocks, they just don't die. They're, like, never-die classes. Even to something, rogues feel so weak right now, or maybe I just feel really weak because I have no gear. But to me, rogues feel really weak, especially when it comes to dueling. Unless I'm just not playing it right, which is also very possible. But it's all part of the process, and I know eventually I'm bound to get better at some point. Like, it's not going to be bad forever. And I know what they say, perfect practice makes perfect, but I don't want to be perfect, I just want to get better. Oh, also good news. Even though it was a 2v3, I did win my first arena match. I do believe that was earlier in the video, and it's not here. Or maybe I didn't even put it in the video at all. I'd have to double check. But I did win my first arena match. It was a 3v3 match, but one guy didn't show up on the enemy team, so it was technically a 2v3. But listen, I take the W's where I can get them. You take the dub where you can, you know? But all in all, guys, it's been a pretty interesting process so far. I definitely am going to have some more updates for you guys coming, because as the days go on, I get more and more and more and more and more up to date. I get more geared. I find that my power spikes get a little bit more powerful, and then I'll keep you guys up to date with my ratings once I start actually participating in arenas. But guys, once again, thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it, and much love to all you guys. Swarky out.